Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is January 11, 2022, and today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the British pound continues to rally higher. But first, looking at the major economic events of the day coming out of the United States, 5 p.m. South African time, we have Fed Chairman Powell will be testifying in front of Congress. This is a really important event because he kind of cues you in on what's happening in the markets in general. Now, looking at the various markets, as mentioned in the Forex symbols, British pound did rally and continues to rally to 136. Looking at the indices, the Dow Jones tanks, and the NASDAQ has a V formation, which was a tankage and then came right back up. And we're going to take a look at both of them. Commodities, gold and oil both bounce. Stocks, in terms of tech stocks, they're the ones that bounce the most. And lastly, Bitcoin unchanged. So lots happening in the markets, but let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. We're looking at the British pound on a daily chart. Okay, this is where we're going to start off. We were having a hard time breaking above this area yesterday. Okay, this was really a very important area, and we had congestion here before, and you see that we broke above this 136. 136 is an important level because that is really the top. Let's clear this up a little bit. Let's make that line a little bit straighter so we can really see it quite clearly. If we make that line right there, that is really resistance. Okay, I tried as best as I can keeping that straight line, but that is really resistance. Okay, so if it does break this 136, then we could see it back in the 138 zone. Okay, that would be a V formation on a longer time scale vis-a-vis what we were seeing in the NASDAQ over a couple of days. But look at that. That's really important, and it's really very, very vital to keep this in mind when we're looking at this. Now, looking at the other symbols, okay, looking at first into commodities, we're not going to cover any more Forex symbols, not much happening there. But looking at commodities, let's take a look at gold. Gold get a little bit of a perk yesterday, 1809, and still in a range. Okay, nothing really doing here, nothing really breaking out. You could play the range and you could trade the range, nothing wrong with that. Now looking at oil, also getting some steam here at 79.50-ish level here. Now looking at the Dow Jones, look at this crazy move we had yesterday. I mean, this was unbelievable. 36,800 from last week down to 35,500. Tremendous volatility in the markets. Unbelievable. And then we're now coming back, 36,000. So this was ostensibly a 1,300 move, 1,300 point move. Okay. So we're bouncing right now about 500 points, let's say. So we still have about 300 points to bounce here. So 36,300 would be my guess where we potentially can bounce. Now looking at the tech stocks, this is looking at the NASDAQ. Let's look at a 1 hour chart. This thing just gave up yesterday, but it's the weakest one, right? It didn't go up in any of those moves. And sure enough, it's the first one to go up. Okay, we're trading at 15,600-ish level. And if we look at the individual stocks, looking at Apple, we got an update yesterday. Facebook also got an update yesterday. Microsoft also got an update yesterday. So we're seeing that the stocks are resilient. Okay, Tesla also getting a little bit of a move and breaking above that moving average, that 8-day moving average on a 1 hour zone. And just look at that. That's a beautiful graph because you have both moving averages crisscrossing at that same level, 1056. So this is where it really becomes really important to see a continued buying. And maybe by Fed Chairman Powell speaking today, maybe we'll get that incentive for it to continue buying, continue moving up. Now, everybody is asking me, what is going on with Bitcoin? Okay, we're sitting right here at 41,000. It's at support, okay, and it's just consolidating. So for right now, nothing is happening with Bitcoin. It's just hanging out here. Now, why did it move from 60K to 40K? Well, it's a really volatile symbol, okay? And if people are going to take money out of it, people are going to take money out of it, okay? So especially as we're starting the new year, which has been reminiscent of about 3 years ago where the markets tanked like this before. So keep that in mind. And there's a rotation in the market. So just also keep that in mind. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.